Hello, and welcome to the last Lloyd commentary.
Hello!
Yay!
The last one. I am Joseph Blanchett, and here is Mark Schneider.
Hello.
And Chris Bowe.
Hello, everyone.
We made season 1 of Lloyd. Well, we animated and directed it. We didn't write it.
We did.
But we did
add in our own little bits of jokes, and our other artists did add in some like background jokes and stuff like that. So we have
background music.
And background music, and we have a little hand of adding comedy to it in other ways.
And this is episode 6. It's the last episode we worked on. So, you want to do a commentary?
Yeah, I would love to.
Yes, I mean we're already here, so.
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow.
We're conveniently here in this one room.
It's like this was the plan all along.
Yeah.
So this takes place like a day after episode 5.
Yes, which came out like 6 months prior to this.
That's the wonder of fiction. You could like spend time and space to your will.
No, Brad just came up with the name Duckleberry. We loved it.
And his name is Gary.
I think that was just a joke I had. I was like, what if he just doesn't know the duck's name?
I like how a background character I drew just became one of his best friends.
Throw in the Jim Beam and Jack Daniels. Which was just the. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give Duckleberry a starring role in the comic that I eventually will make.
I missed.
Oh, was that an announcement?
Maybe, yeah. Along with Wonders of the Universe comic that I'm gonna make.
I misspelled Kentucky and was too lazy to go back and fix it when I noticed it months later. Hey, it's a new character.
Well, so it's just like a Chinese knockoff.
Now that burp up joke was one of our jokes that we added in. It was just he just says she died and just cuts and we're like, let's have to cough up something. I forget who came up with it.
We don't know.
Yeah, I think it was me because at first it was like a bit of hair.
We don't know we don't know if Sasquatch is the one that killed her or not. Maybe she died of another cause, but he doesn't like to see food going to waste.
Yes.
So the reason for that, it's like Brad's ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, something like that, right? Did her voice?
Yes.
Ex-girlfriend, I think. Because he's married now. He got remarried. Right?
I believe. Well, if not, I haven't heard about it. Also, I want to say the person doing so I believe it's Gertz from Double Toasted. Double Toasted. So when he was doing the lines, he says he imagined it as one of the like early king characters on Game of Thrones, and he just did the voice like that with that raspy voice, and it's great.
That's Robert Baratheon who you're talking about.
I guess so. I'm not familiar with Game of Thrones, so I'll trust you on it.
Yeah.
So, Mark, do you see how her eyes still have the outlines?
Yes, I noticed in this one, and I can't believe I missed that, honestly.
Yeah, no big deal, but yeah. So this, like every episode of Lloyd's, based on a review Brad has done, and this one's based on Chatterbox, where a woman has a talking vagina.
A what?
A what? This is a.
Took 6.
Oh. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I already forgot what I was gonna say.
I kind of like the outlines on the eyes. They could be part of her coat.
They disappeared now. That's the thing.
Yeah, sure.
I love this shot. I just imagined it when I was reading the script or whenever I was coming up with things. Just how it follows them. It stops, and then he comes back on it, and we've set up the reverse shot perfectly. It's a minor thing that I'm just proud of.
and the pebbles right across the street from the theater.
It is, yes.
So is this episode going to have cliffhangers?
I think so.
I don't recall seeing Mr. Stallone in here.
See, that's one of the cuts I thought lasted a little bit too long.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
I think I was holding up for Sting, but unfortunately we didn't get Pierce. Oh, little in the sewer there. There's little Easter egg of like an alligator or a gremlin or something that Grant just threw in.
No, it's Pennywise.
Was it Pennywise?
Well, it kind of I would assume
I
so,
think I
since that's
zoomed
like
in
the
on it.
best.
It's like an alligator or something.
Oh, I thought it was like supposed to be from It, like Pennywise from It, because that's kind of the big thing this summer.
Yeah, that was completely Grant. He loves to see, as far as I can tell, he loves to put in like little background jokes. So he has a couple in there.
We never really had a horror parody for Lloyd.
No, we did not.
Well, we had that one joke with the clown in the last episode, which was a bit horror-ish.
Also,
okay, I stand corrected. We had one joke. So
the first issue of the Lloyd comic that I want to make, that I already drafted up some like sketches for. It's a horror parody. It's a parody of Halloween.
Ooh.
So eventually there's going to be a Lloyd parody of horror.
Is your comic going to be official Lloyd canon?
I don't know if it's going to be official Lloyd canon, but Brad said I could make a Lloyd webcomic series if I wanted to.
Those baskets and that bread is from Wonders episode where they had a date.
The bread's from Wonders. The basket I made.
The bread's from Wonders. You're right. The bread is just from Wonders.
So the circle is something we didn't redraw. Is it clever or lazy that Penelope has the same voice as Glennis?
I think it's. Go ahead.
It was a fun joke.
Yeah, it's a purposeful lampshade joke. Oh, I did want to notice in that. Oh no, they don't have the drinks yet. In the next cut comes back here, they'll have drinks. Chris did something clever with the drinks.
What did I do
this,
clever with the drinks?
I'll tell you when you get to it. These shots were great because I didn't have to lip sync or animate anything but a face.
Well, you chose not to.
Yeah.
Lip sync. Well, I guess even if you saw their mouths, they wouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
Is this the worst date in history?
Arguably.
Yeah.
I do want to say that no tacos no from Casey's wonderful background. I did want to say that I did try something experimental, which is because these two plots are supposed to be going on in parallel. I tried doing what Archer does, which is a long L cut where the audio cuts before the video, so we hear the next scene before we see it. Unfortunately, I learned it doesn't really work as well unless the dialogue is connected.
Unless you actually plan it.
Yeah, so it doesn't completely ruin it, but it only really works in our things in like one or two of the cuts.
Yeah. Well, it's the last episode. Who cares? Let's do experiment.
Last
Hey,
episode
it's Joey.
so far.
I love his shirt that he gave. There's no Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put a little frog pin on his
Love
beanie.
it.
I don't sell this.
That's like next time you see like Chloe, she has the scalp of him, like she just ripped him to pieces.
So here's what you did. The drinks they have mimic the first episode, the same drinks that Glynis and Lloyd had.
Yeah, that was the thought.
Yes. And there's Luke Deora as the penguins. Pingu.
Very good.
The recent daddy.
Yes.
Luke Deora.
You can hear him in Cuphead.
That's right, it is in Cuphead. He won't shut up about it. They never call Sasquatch. They should call him Sassy.
No, yeah, never.
As a cute nickname.
That's going into the comic.
Like, one thing that bugs me about Sasquatch is since his arms and hands are so big, like sometimes they don't really look right.
Yeah, I've got to adjust sometimes what layer they're. Oh.
Yeah.
I had to go back. I had forgot initially to make them the blinking off unsynced, and then the lazy eye there that Joey suggested. I love how just Sasquatch has that crazy straw in his beer.
This is the first time. It's like not only did Nuki have his own episode, he's made several cameos in several other things.
It was the story arc of the entire series.
I think Nuki's or Dookie was kind of my favorite episode of Lloyd, just because it was such a weird, obscure, movie.
It was.
Yeah.
There's Chris.
It's Chris's art. I really like Penelope's design.
Yeah, she's great.
Is based off like most of the cat characters. It's based off some concept art by Chris and a kind of base almost like a punk millennial type look.
Yeah.
For there was some back and forth on the spot on her eye. Because at first it was like really dark,
yeah.
and Brad thought it looked like thought she had a black eye, and he wanted me to take it out, and I was like, no, it gives her a lot of character.
I thought it was like tabby cats have spots and like weird shapes.
I do want to say this background. Oh, there's some this background was done by Grant. I believe those were his dogs that he put his characters. Those two in the background are by Chris there. And I love if you look carefully at the background here, the corkboard is just great. It's like what all the connections from episode 2 and a couple of other little nice things.
What city is that in the background, by the way?
I love Lloyd's there, and he's like, so this is Lloyd.
He's too dumb to be connected to any of this. He's all the way off to the side. Those dogs in the background are Grant's Lloyd OCs, obviously.
And one of them is saying, you killed a kid.
Yes. Great background.
It's like all the episodes are being called back to.
Now everybody's together.
What was Sasquatch holding on to?
I just needed him to do something so it looks like he's imagine the ceiling's just off frame. Now, if I were a braver person and we had art to do this, I would have put her in stirrups.
Oh.
Yeah, that would have been. If I'm not brave enough to do that.
That's going to be in the back art of the DVD cover.
Maybe if you didn't show it.
Yeah, no,
like, you just showed it from the waist up.
Yeah, I wouldn't have showed it. It would have been obviously in a skirt.
Also, I mean, obviously you wouldn't show it, but I mean, yeah.
My favorite background joke. All these are Casey drew these foods. They're rutabagas and carrots because that's what people would have to say when they were doing murmuring in old movies.
Peas and carrots and rutabagas.
Peas and carrots and rutabagas.
Also rhubarb too, but that's not on there. That's probably for dessert.
No. Here's our friend Busty St. Clair.
Mm-hmm.
I guess can't use her real name, but she has been in Legendary Frog cartoons before.
Busty is the best.
So maybe. So, out of all the female voice actors in my old cartoons, you might be able to guess.
Oh, I love that last cut. Just too close up. Let him die.
Let him die.
So even though the monkey was in this episode, he still didn't talk. So Alex Jawinski is still an inside joke.
I was debating on taking some of the old audio and putting it over the murmuring, just mixing it in there, but I got too lazy and didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, that could have been a great joke.
I love that the monkey also appears in the flashback of when Benetti killed a kid.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he was.
And now he's there eating food with him.
He's the Phantom Menace.
Check out all these episodes of Lloyd you can click on to watch previous episodes. Okay, so that was episode 6 of Lloyd. We're going to talk more about what we thought of the series in a podcast we're going to do, which will be up at probably around the same time as this is up.
Yes. But just final thoughts here for those that may not be able to get the podcast.
Well, I mean, it'll be a YouTube video. So.
Right. But what was I going to say? You interrupted me. This was a wonderful experience. It was great working with Brad. I'm sure we'll come back at some point to do one-offs or small things, or Chris has the comic. We'll see how that all plays out.
Like if he wants to do like a short Lloyd Christmas special next year or something. I wouldn't be surprised.
Titled "How the Lloyd Drank Christmas." I got half of it written.
Yeah. I want to quick thank everybody that's helped out with us especially on our side. Everybody's provided a voice. Pierce for his wonderful music, who unfortunately couldn't score this episode, but we still use his music. Grant, who came in and helped out with backgrounds, Casey, who came back and did everything. Anybody else I'm missing? Voice actors? I guess you guys. Good.
I don't deserve credit.
Special thanks to Brad for giving us this opportunity. It took us much longer than we all anticipated, but I'm glad we were able to make something that he likes and hopefully everybody else likes. Very proud of it.
Yep. Thanks for all the Brad Jones Cinema Snob fans that watched our movies and maybe became fans of like Wonders or whatever. I'm sure there's a few people there that discovered our older stuff.
Let's check out our other stuff. Less talking vaginas.
Yes. And more sci-fi action.
100% less. Although there is reference to ovaries in one episode.
There is.
Okay, so like I said, we'll be doing a podcast soon, and I hope you guys enjoy that, and hope you enjoyed the show.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.